What is happening, La Familia YouTube? So, quick little story time. So, I don't know why I'm doing this video, but I just thought I don't know, put it out there because I noticed that there have been a lot of horror stories lately about StockX. And you ever get something and you go through all the trouble and the waiting to get it, and then you finally get it and you're just like, man, was this worth all the trouble? This is actually one of those situations for me. So, but StockX was probably definitely the tipping point for that. So as you guys saw, you probably saw my Nike Artifact review video, for lack of a better term. And you probably saw that what in the video I mentioned that I'm not big into like shoes that are that big, and you know, I think I got reminded when I got those shoes why I don't like Nike Dunks. They're just huge and they just look like skater boy shoes from the early 2000s, and I know they're all the rage, so sorry to all you hype beasts out there who are into that, but it just wasn't for me, especially with what I'm into, you know, style wise now. But I got these in particular because I thought it would be a cool shoe to have to wear with like tech wear fits and stuff like that. But I don't know, it's just after a while when I got them, I was kind of like, you know what? I just don't know about these. They're futuristic, but kind of in like a weird, like playful way, kind of in a juvenile way. So I'm kind of like, I don't know. So I had second thoughts. But what made matters worse, so as you guys know in the video, I actually talked about how you know, I had to get a size up, and I messed up by not getting a size up because Nike Dunks, for some reason, just on my right foot, they fit me really small, and I have to size up every time. This time I didn't because I looked at the size chart, etc., and I was like, oh, this should technically fit, and they didn't. So I ended up going up a size. So check this out. I order my size. I end up selling the size 13 that I had for a pretty good amount of money, actually, because this was still like right around when the shoes were still really hyped, and they still kind of are now. And I ended up getting another pair in the size that I needed, which is the size 14. Yes, I have big feet. So fast forward, I order them through StockX, and when I this is crazy, like just thinking about the story annoys the hell out of me, but when I end up ordering them, you know, they go through the authentication process, and I'm like, I'm so excited. I can't wait to actually try on a pair that actually fits me. Maybe it'll actually change the way I feel about the shoes. So the shoes come in, and I remember I grabbed the box, and I'm like, man, these feel really light. I remember when I got the size 13, like they were really heavy because of all the rubber contraptions and stuff like that that's connected to them. And I was like, it's really, really strange that these are like so light. I'm like, that's weird. Open the box, and I'm not gonna lie, you guys. Before I opened the box, like I had a bad feeling when I felt like that they were so light. I was like, man, I don't have a good feeling about this. I said, but you know, maybe I'm just tripping. They were in a bigger box. Maybe that's the problem. So open the box, I look at it, and there's a giant ACG logo. I'm gonna put some pictures in post here. Giant ACG logo. And I'm like, what in the hell is this? So not only a giant ACG logo, but I look at the size on the box, and it's like a size 8. Like not even in the neighborhood of where my shoe size is, okay? And I'm just like, let me tell you something, guys. This is first world problems, by the way. I completely understand that. And I hope I'm not coming off whiny. But I'm just venting. I'm venting to La Familia YouTube here. But man, when I saw that, I was just like, all this waiting, and I don't even know if I really like these shoes anymore. But I'm giving them a second chance because maybe I just felt that way because they didn't fit very well. And I'm like, all this freaking waiting, and this is what happens. So now, you know, I put on the tinfoil hat because I immediately am thinking to myself, like, how the hell did this happen? How the hell did they just send me an ACG shoe that's in a size 8? Like how did this fucking happen? You know what I mean? And here's my hunch. And it's very conspiratorial, but let's have fun with it. You know, I just feel like what probably happened, and again, like I said, this is around the time when those, you know, this is a month ago when those shoes were still very hyped. I feel like what probably happened was, and again, StockX, if you're watching this, you know, don't come at me. This is literally just a theory, hypothetical. But what I felt happened, because I asked them, I said, you know, because, and by the way, that's what I say, I should have said this from the top. StockX did eventually make it right, but I just don't understand it. You know what I mean? And so, anyways, I had said to them, you know, I'm like, hey, this is what happened, and you know, we went back and forth, and they had me send them so many pictures. They wanted a picture of the tape on the box and all this other stuff, and I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, hey, why would I go through all this trouble? Like, to try to, but I understand it. People would pull scams all the time, whatever. But anyways, it was a really annoying process to get them to basically be like, okay, we're gonna refund you. And but here's my theory, what I think happened. Okay, I think that somebody either wanted these shoes that worked there, and maybe somebody in the warehouse perhaps, and maybe possibly like they were like, yo, this is my size, F this. Maybe it was somebody's last day and they're like, F this, I'm leaving with something. You know, like shout out to Denzel Washington, I'm leaving here with something, I'm from around the way. You know, maybe it's one of those type situations, and they were just like, okay, we'll just send this guy these shoes, and these are coming home with me. I really think that's probably what happened, because when I asked StockX, I'm like, hey, I appreciate you guys giving me a refund. I said, but I'd much rather have the shoes. Can you send me the shoes? And they're like, oh, we lost your order. I'm thinking to myself, like, you're not even gonna try to find it? Like, you're not even gonna try to see if maybe there was like a mishap in the warehouse, something like that? So yeah, there was definitely so I don't know, this is what leads me to my conspiracy, that there was a mishap in a warehouse, but I feel like it was a mishap on purpose in the warehouse kind of thing. But anyways, it was really frustrating, you guys. I ended up ordering another pair on eBay for like $100 less than what I actually, you know, ended up selling my other pair. So, you know, and like basically throughout the process, I've done nothing but make money. But when I finally got those in, I was kind of like, you know what, man, I don't even care about these shoes anymore. Like, they're really not for me. Like, I thought they would work well with like tech wear fits and stuff, but they really don't, at least not like for me. They just look huge on my feet. And I was just kind of like, yeah, you know what, whatever. I'm just gonna get rid of these. So yeah, I got a big ass box over there, because they actually already sold. They didn't even make it through the weekend. I just got them in the mail on Friday or Saturday, and they didn't even make it through the weekend, so I already sold them. So, but anyways, this is not a knock on, like, you know, the artifact. The shoes are great. They work for other people, but it's just for my style, they don't. But I just wanted to vent about the StockX thing, especially because I've been seeing so many like horror stories about StockX and stuff like that. And only thing I'm saying, StockX, is some constructive criticism. Tighten things up in that warehouse, because I just have a weird feeling like something happened there. You know what I'm saying? And again, that's just a theory, but this is what I'm assuming. I could very well be wrong about this. I probably am wrong, but just my theory. So, anyways, off from you, YouTube. Thanks for the venting, and comment down below if you guys have had any StockX horror stories. I want to see all of them. It's so weird because I never thought that I'd be one of these people, but I ended up being one of these people, so it's strange. Anyways, like and subscribe, share, all that stuff. Don't forget to hit the bell and, you know, all that jazz. I'm out of here.